Dear students, I welcome all of you. Today we are going to have a brief introduction of tissues. And let me ask you, what is the fundamental unit of life, or what are the building blocks of an organism? The answer is very simple: cell. So cells are the structural as well as functional units of life. Now the question arises, what is the number of cells in an organism? There are a large variety of organisms that you see around. We have unicellular, we have multicellular and complex organisms, and the number of cells in these organisms is not same. In unicellular organisms there is only a single cell which carries out all the important functions of life, while as in multicellular organisms we have a large number of cells which carry out the various important functions of life. In a single celled organism like amoeba, the important functions of life like respiration, excretion, locomotion, digestion, all these functions are carried out by only a single cell, and we call these organisms as unicellular organisms. Amoeba is one of the examples of unicellular organisms. In case of multicellular organisms, we have large number of cells which carry out different important functions of life. Such a group of cells in multicellular organisms or complex organisms is known as tissues. So what is a tissue? We can simply define a group of cells which is meant for a specific task is called a tissue. So tissue is nothing but a group of cells or bunch of cells in multicellular organisms which is specialized for a particular job. What is the purpose of tissues in multicellular organisms? In complex organisms or multicellular organisms, different tasks are carried out by different organs and organ systems. Tissues are the first step towards the division of labor in complex organisms. There is division of labor. Division of labor means the cells are specialized for a particular job, and different groups of cells carry out different functions. Such a division of labor is seen in multicellular organisms, while as in unicellular organisms only a single cell performs all the functions. You see, in humans, for example, respiration will be carried out by a particular group of cells specialized for the job, while as digestion will be carried out by a different group of cells which are specialized for the job. Such a specialization is known as division of labor in multicellular organisms. Similarly, muscle tissue will help in contraction and relaxation, while as blood is also a connective tissue. It will help in transport of nutrients, hormones and waste materials which are produced in the cells, and the blood will supply those nutrients, and in turn they will be removed out of the body during excretion. Now there is one more question: do plants have tissues? Of course, plants do have tissues like animals. There are also a large number of cells present in plant bodies like we see in animals. Are these similar to animal tissues? No, plant tissues are not similar to animal tissues. Are they similar to human tissues? Of course not. They are different. Now, what are the fundamental differences between plants and animal tissues? Plants, to begin with, they are non-mobile. They are not performing any locomotion. They don't move from one place to another place. Most of the tissues are dead tissues because plants need mechanical support, and they need less maintenance. Dead tissues, they provide support, they need less maintenance. These are of two types, dividing and non-dividing. So in plants you will find two types of tissues, dividing and non-dividing. There is non-uniform growth in plants, and as such the growth is restricted to specific parts. You see, these are the dividing tissues, and here you see it is a non-dividing tissue or a permanent tissue. These are the dividing tissues or meristematic tissues that we'll discuss in next video. In case of animals, you see animals, they are mobile, the cells are living, they have living tissues, and they get their nourishment from the animal body itself. There is uniform growth and dividing tissues. So in next video we shall discuss in detail the plant tissue. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much.